Hello friends, welcome to LeggLife, and it is a beautiful, crispy fall morning here in Anchorage, Alaska. You can see the trees behind me changing colors, temperatures are in the 40s, and I am on my way to work. Now, you can probably tell, my commute this morning looks a little bit different than it normally does. I'm not taking the Jeep, I'm taking our brand new e-bike. In this video, I'm gonna tell you all about it. Heading up this path across Campbell Creek right here, and look at this, absolutely beautiful. Now let me come over here and show you guys this bike. Now here's what I want to say. Mokwheel sent us this in exchange for our honest thoughts. So I'm going to tell you so far what I've loved, something that I didn't really love, and how I plan to use this thing. It is the Mesa Lite ST. Came in a giant box, and Sherri and I put it together, and it got, you guys, I absolutely love it. First of all, look at the yellow color. It's so freaking pretty. All right, I need to get to the office, so back up the trail. But honestly, this is not too bad of a commute. Okay, I have made it to work. That took me probably 15-ish minutes or so, maybe 17 minutes. I will say I'm very fortunate because my commute goes through some really, really beautiful trails, as you saw, especially in the fall, all of the leaves, all of that stuff. So I'm at the office. I'm gonna take the bike inside with me. We're gonna take it home later. I'm gonna give you guys a full review, kind of show you some of the aspects of the bike that I really love. But so far, this thing, you guys, it's amazing. Well, it is several hours later and work is done for the day. So I've got this thing out of the office and we are going to head home. The sun continues to shine. It's a beautiful day. So looking forward to a quick ride back home. So I'm just about home, but I wanted to stop here and just kind of show you some of the different features and things I love about this bike before I go home and kind of sit down and give you my review. So on the bike, you can see we have the battery pack here. You can charge it right through there, or you can take this off and just like charge it with the battery. So this battery does come out. Here you can see we have our little screen that shows speed, shows your trip miles, how long you've been riding. You can see I've been riding for almost 100 minutes, a little over an hour and a half. And then this number 3 right here, I don't know if it's even showing up there for you guys. That number 3 right there, that is the auto assist level. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 5. And basically with an e-bike, it has power to the tires depending on how much help you want. And so if you want no power, you just want it to basically pedal like a normal bike, put it on 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will basically increase the amount of electric assist you get. And you control that with this right here. This is the throttle. So you push down and that makes the bike go. Some normal bike things, obviously front brakes, rear brakes, does have different gears right there. This is how you increase. I don't know if it's going to show up there. There's like an up down arrow right there. Up if you want to increase the assist, down if you want to decrease it. This is the power button if you want to just turn it off or on. Down here is headlight. You've got a headlight right there on front, and there's also illuminated lights right there. There's an illuminated brake light right there, and an illuminated light right there, which I think is super cool. And then down here, listen to how fun this is. It's got a little horn. That's pretty cool. So there is the bike. Again, this is the Mokwheel Mesa Lite ST. And now I'm gonna go the last little bit home, and I want to tell you my thoughts on this. All right, friends, obviously I'm back here in the studio. Let's talk all about this bike. I want to tell you why I said yes to this. I want to tell you my initial thoughts, both good and bad, and just kind of give you my overview. Who is a bike like this for? Because I'll be honest, my initial thought was that this, not for somebody like me. I was even hesitant to say yes when they first reached out to us because of that exact thing. I loved the idea of an e-bike, but I just wasn't sure if it was something that I would like or use long term. But after thinking about it, after talking to Sherri about it, decided to say yes. I did a ton of research on this brand because I'm not big in the e-bike world, so I don't know what the good brands are, and did a ton of research. The reviews were super great. They're obviously a legit company, and so I said yes. They shipped the bike up here to us. We got the bike. It came in a big box that Sherri and I had to assemble. Now, the assembly process is where we ran into our first issue that I wasn't a huge fan of. The instructions were helpful, kind of. I ended up getting more help from watching YouTube videos of other people assembling their bikes. So if I could have gotten this fully assembled, I would have loved that so much more. Again, me not being a bike guy, I was like, I hope this is right. Like, it looks right, but I'm not totally positive. But I've taken it out on a number of test rides. Obviously, rode it to the office today, and everything, it hasn't fallen apart, and it feels super sturdy. That was the other part that I was concerned of. I'm a big guy. Like, most cyclists and bike people are not big guys. And so I wondered if this was something that would hold up. And I gotta tell you, I'm so impressed by just the sturdiness and the durability of this. Now, I looked on their website and they do have different models that have different weight limits and all of that kind of stuff, but this one, it's perfect. It's comfortable. The seat is comfortable, which I didn't expect. It's really, really easy to use. Again, I watched a couple YouTube videos. I had ridden an e-bike before in Skagway, and so I just kind of hopped on it, and day number one, I was able to go on a ride, which I loved. So how am I planning on using it? Well, honestly, exactly what you saw today. My office is only a few miles away, and there's a really great trail system from where we live to my office. And all summer long, I kept thinking, like, I'm so excited for the bike to get here. I'm so excited for the bike to get here because I can't wait to start riding the bike to work. Today was perfect. It took me just a little bit of time. I got there. It was beautiful. It was refreshing. It was nice to be out there, just kind of in the fall colors on the paths in Alaska. And so I loved that. And then coming home, it was just so great. So I want to use it like you saw today. Also, just like little trips. There's some grocery stores that are close to our house. If I don't want to walk and it doesn't make sense to take the Jeep, I can just hop on the bike and go up there. A couple things that I didn't necessarily think of. One of them is that e-bikes apparently a huge target for thieves right now. And so you don't really want to get a cheap bike lock. So spend a little bit of money and get a bike lock that is actually going to keep your bike safe. That is something that I didn't even cross my mind. The other thing is that not all bike helmets are created equal. And so get a bike helmet that is rated for an e-bike for the speed you're going. Even today, when I was on my way to work, I was 20 miles an hour and up on my bike, which is crazy. And so, God forbid something happens, you want to have the gear and the equipment that will protect you. But so far, I love it so much more than I expected to. It is fun to ride, and one of the things that I don't think I thought of when I got this bike. Okay, Alaska is a beautiful state. You guys know that. We show that off on our channel all the time. And there are so many different ways to experience and be in Alaska, right? Cruise ships, driving down the highways, taking a flight scene tour over a glacier, walking some of our trails, but also biking some of the trails. And so we have an immense trail system here in Anchorage that honestly, I've walked pieces of but I've really never explored. I've never gotten out and biked them. I've never gotten out and done that. And for me, who is somebody who is trying to get in better physical shape, I'm not there yet, this actually helps that. It gives me a little bit of the assist that I need. You know, was it a full bike ride today going to the office and back? No, but it was certainly more exercise than getting in the Jeep and driving to the office. And so that's what I'm excited about. I think this is going to be a tool that helps me get out, get some exercise, see more parts of my city and my state that I haven't seen before. And I'm just so darn excited about it. And even for me, as a not bike guy, it's so simple to use, and I really have no complaints. In fact, the only negatives, again, the assembly instructions could have been a little bit better. We ended up finding stuff on YouTube that helped us. The other thing I didn't really think about, this bike is heavy. Like, it's got weight to it, which is the good thing. It's well built. The battery pack is heavy. And so thinking about where to store this through the winter when I won't be using this here in Alaska is something I didn't really think of. We have like a little hanging bike storage thing here in our home, but it's too heavy to hang there. So I need to figure that out. Where am I going to keep the bike? I actually don't know yet. It was funny, after Sherri and I got it assembled, we were like, okay, so where do we put it? I don't know. I have no clue. Yeah, but my gosh, I'm looking at it right here because I brought it here in the studio. I love the color. I love just so much about it. Now, Mokwheel has been super great to work with. Their people have been super quick to respond. And here's a really fun fact that totally was like happenstance. My brother lives in Florida, and we were talking recently, and he's like, oh, I bought a new e-bike. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. We're working with an e-bike company. He literally bought this brand not knowing that we were working with them. He went there in Florida, bought one, and loves it. In fact, we talked earlier today about how much he loves it and how much I love it. So not just me, other people that I know have this brand, use this brand, love this brand. Like I said, they've been great to work with. If this is something you're interested in, I'm gonna put a link in the video description down below that you can click to look through their bike, and yeah, there you guys go. The good, the bad, honestly, the vast majority of it is very good. My only regret, I'll be honest, I do have one regret, is not getting an e-bike sooner. Especially earlier in the summer or past summers, the thought of just getting out and exploring, being able to hop on a bike and just kind of go and explore, I wish I would have had this sooner. Now I just gotta find a place to store it. I don't know where to store it, you guys. I'll figure that out. But friends, there you go. Discount code in the link down below. I know a little bit different of a video than we normally do, but this is something, honestly, I'm really excited about. And you guys are going to see more here on our channel, although I'll be honest, probably this fall, you probably won't see any of this bike in the winter, but then next summer I hope to get out and use it a ton more. So friends, there you go. We love you. Thank you so much for watching. If you have questions about this bike, and I'm by no means an expert, I've made that very clear, but if you have questions, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to answer them as best as I can. And friends, we will see you on the next LeggLife video.